Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Devils After Dark. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios as the Devils are victorious 4-1 victory over the Lou Lamoriello New York Islanders at the Rock. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, coming from the Beverly Hills estate.
Palatial estate. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Otherwise known as a single bedroom apartment that's way overpriced, but that's neither here nor there. Without a dishwasher. Oh, to have an apartment with a friggin' dishwasher, I swear. Oh, I swear to John McMullen, one of these days it's going to happen.
We're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Fans are filing out of Prudential Center. Very happy Devils fans. Lots of new beginnings happening. If you were watching MSG Networks. Oh, no, wait. No, it's MSG Sportsnet. Sorry. Bill Spalding making his debut.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some comments about that.
Bill, don't call me Captain Spalding. Captain Spalding, come on. House of 1,000 Corpses. Come on, I'm going to be making that joke all season long, so get used to it, all right?
Erica Wachter was on fire. Ken Danico was on fire. I don't think
tanned. A tanned Ken Danico. Looked like he was fresh from the beach.
Yeah.
Or the Greek Isles. I know he was there recently, so you know. He still got that tan working over there. Or maybe old Bill is just really, really pale and doesn't get out of the house very often.
So, Scotty,
Like me. That's why I have to use like the special camera to kind of give my skin some complexion because it's just so pasty white.
Yeah, let me do something about that too. Woo!
Wow. Sam Wu, 2-0, baby. Going undefeated all the way. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. What did we say? 89-0? How many preseason games do we have? 6?
I don't know. 6, 7? I don't keep track.
6? That'll be 88-0. There we go. How about it?
Wow.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
The Happy Devils recap, because there's lots of good things to talk about. We're not used to this, Scotty.
I know the past couple years, these have been few and far between. But you know what? These first 2 games in the preseason, yes, we know the preseason. We're just having fun and goofing around. Hello to everybody on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch Live, YouTube Live. Please slam that like and subscribe button. Follows, we appreciate it. Slam it like Mason Gearston. I don't know who the hell he knocked over there at the end of the game. That was kind of as Ken Danico likes to say, a ticky-tack penalty on the interference call there. But slam it like Mason Gearston, just ramming someone into the boards. We appreciate all of your support out there on the interwebs, like we said, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, and YouTube. And I know you are excited with a big Devils victory today. Woo! Boys look good. Islanders came out in those first 10 minutes and they kind of, were trying to play a little hustle. Devils are like, hold my beer. Hang on. Jack Hughes is here. Okay, we're going to change things around real quick. But let's go over the game. If you didn't get to watch it, I don't know, was there any issues in New Jersey today? Because here in Los Angeles, it was prime in the out of market. I had no problems on ESPN Plus again, so I was feeling good.
Oh, very nice. I didn't have any problems at all.
Okay, all right. Just
no
wanted
app
to make sure.
issues. I mean, I use an iPhone, but no app issues, nothing. All good in my book.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, today we saw maybe a a little bit more of who we can be considering regulars on the ice. It was split, really, but man, was today's squad really, really impressive. You got that top line, the H2O line there with Hughes and Holtz and Palat. Man, did they have a good game. You're going to see some Dougie Hamilton today, John Marino, the fourth line with Bastian, Gearston, McLeod, Miles Wood was out there, Sharon Govich was out there, Dawson Mercer was out there, Siegenthaler was out there, Vanacek. I just dropped my pen. Vanacek, I'm so excited. I'm dropping my pen all over the place. Vanacek played 2 full periods. That was nice to see. I don't know if you want to read into anything like that, but he played 2 full periods in net, and boy, did he look good. Brendan Smith also on defense had a nice game. Simone, or as our friend Beer Baron likes to say, Shimone, from someone on YouTube, was trying to tell us the correct pronunciation, but Nemix was out there. Looked nice as well. Saw him clearing the crease at one point. He was trying to do his best Zamwu NFZ impersonation. I liked it. But a lot of these players out there, I think you might be seeing in the lineup more often, including 2 people. Well, one that I think had a really good game, and that'd be Fabian Zetterlund. I mean, he was on fire, showing his speed, showing his moves. Man, did he have a nice little backhand to forehand through 2 different defensemen to get a shot on goal there. I think was it in the third period or the second period? I can't remember. Second period, I got it written down. And today, I'm going to go in order, unlike yesterday when I started talking about the second period before the first. Whoops-a-daisy on that yesterday. But let's go through it. Big Devils victory, 4-2-1. And like Sam Wu was saying, this is the first time we got to hear Bill, don't call me Captain, Spalding on the call with that tanned Ken Danico. And unfortunately, the Islanders went up early, about 8 minutes into the game there. Vanacek getting beaten on the glove side with a blast. It might have ticked off the post and in as well. But either way, it was a tough one. It was kind of a rocket of a shot. He did seem, I was wondering if he was back in net, not playing his angles, but on the replay, it looked like he was, coming out to the top of the crease there. It was just a rocket of a shot that got him. And you know what? Preseason game number 1 for him, game number 2 for the team. You're gonna let some of those things happen. They gotta get warmed up, because right after that, he made a big save. In the slot, some traffic right in front there. He went out there and made a big save. Vanacek. Oh, goaltending. Oh, goaltending, where have you been? You have gone so far from us, but now you have come home. I don't know. I'm just making up a song here, apparently. But it was nice to have some goaltending, because what did we see a lot of times last year? 1 goal we give up, and then another, and then another, and then, oh boy, we're in some trouble. But Vanacek, and we know it's preseason, but listen, we're excited over here. Got Devils hockey back on the TV screens, which is a lot of fun. And at the Rock. And by the way, if you happen to have gone to the game, did you notice a bar right across the street named American Whiskey? Hey, Sam Wu, is there a podcast that's going to be broadcasting from American Whiskey right across the street from the Prudential Center this season? I thought I heard something, but can you remind me? Is there going to be a podcast doing that?
I think it's at 51 Edison Place across the street from the Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. When you enter in the building.
You don't say. And who's the podcast that's going to be, broadcasting from there?
Game Day Live and Devils After Dark.
You mean these very podcasts? Yeah. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. If you were unaware of that big news, when you're going to the game, you can come hang out with us before and after. We know sometimes if it's a bad game, you may want to get home a little bit fast. And that way you can just listen on your app on YouTube or Facebook Live. But if it's a good game, and even if it's not, sometimes you want to drown your sorrows a little bit. It's a good game. You know you want to keep the party going. We're going to be there at American Whiskey throughout the season. Choice select dates. You know, we'll keep you up to date on all those sort of things. But debuting that Saturday night. Is that correct, Samu? Saturday night, home opener.
Saturday night, October 15th, American Whiskey. If you remember where the old Edison Ale House was, under new ownership, under new management, it is going to be a great time. They welcomed us with open arms. We're just down the street where we were last season. Also, October 13th, I'm going down to Philly. Possibly
He's
Nick
going
Milano.
to Philly.
Game Day Live and Devils After Dark at Chickies and Pete's, 1526 Packer Avenue in South Philadelphia for opening of the season, opening night of the season down in Philadelphia where the Devils take on the Flyers. We'll be there for pregame and postgame. We secured the catwalk spot.
See, on the you're going to get to see Sam Wu do his moves on the catwalk like Right Said Fred. Can we get the I'm Too Sexy music playing in the background? Sam's
we could do
too
that.
Sexy for this. What? Sam's too sexy for his stick. Too sexy for his stick. Oh, wait. I'm thinking of some bad rhymes I probably shouldn't say on this podcast right now.
All
so
right.
we'll just move forward. We'll move forward. We'll move forward
a
here.
pager on it with your notes, okay? I don't want you to skip around the third period.
But yeah, big exciting news there. So please, we want to see you. Not just, we appreciate all the likes, follows, subscribes. Please keep hitting those buttons there. But we want to see you out at the bar. We want to talk to you. We want to know your opinion. We want to know your feedback. This is the only podcast out there that is live, that is taking your feedback and putting it into the show. No one else is doing that. And if they are, well, we were doing it first. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going with right there. Not that it's just a basic, format of all sports calling. We're just claiming it. We're just claiming it here. That's what we're doing here on the Let's Go Devils podcast and Devils After Dark. But enough blah, blah, blah. Make sure you're out there. American Whiskey. We want to see you before and after the game. Game Day Live with Vinny Parisi. Devils After Dark with yours truly, Scotty, and of course, Sam Wu on both. But let's talk about this game. All right, so it's already 1-0. The Islanders, we talked about Vanacek giving up that one on the glove side, high on the glove side, but coming back very quickly after that to make a nice save within traffic. And then, what do you know it? Someone who we've talked about a lot in the offseason, Sam Wu. Someone that, man, if he can get going early, because that seems to be the thing. It took him a little bit to find his game again. If he can get going early from the start of the season, Yegor Sharangovich can be a special weapon for this team. You've already seen now he was playing with Jack Hughes last year, but oh boy, did that Palat, Hughes, and Holtz line look mighty enticing, okay? But Yegor Sharangovich, imagine him down on that third line and the amount of production, goal production that third line might be able to come up with is, that's something right there to keep in the brain. Does he maybe end up on the second line? I don't know. We'll see. Nico and Jesper, we'll see where it all ends up. But hey, he looked really good. Yegor Sharangovich letting it rip. Gets the shot in traffic. And top shelf shot over there. Yegor Sharangovich, obviously his first from John don't call me Dan, Isotoner Gloves Marino. Got his assist right there. And what do you know it? The freight train, Fabian Zetterlund. Man, did that guy, he was playing with some passion and some drive tonight. It seemed like every time he was on the ice, wherever the puck was, he was. He reminded me a little bit of, our good buddy Zach Parise when he first started. Now, obviously, Zach not built quite the same way as Fabian, because Fabian he's a bit of a freight train. He is just solid muscle. And he may not have the offensive skills of a Zach Parise, but Zach was always on that puck. Wherever the puck was, Zach was hustling to it. And that's what I was seeing with Fabian Zetterlund tonight. Very, very impressed with this game. So Zetterlund and Marino get the assist there at 15:24 of the first. And then just about a minute later, our boy Dougie, he's coming back. No broken jaw is going to keep him down again this year. Please, no more pucks to the face, okay? Dougie puts in a nice goal here, and we got to talk about the Mason Gearston move. I don't know what we're going to name it. I was calling it, sitting here thinking, like, was it the peeing dog move that Mason Gearston kind of put on there, to screen this shot, because with the fourth line on the ice, big old Nathan Bastian and Mason Gearston had parked themselves in front of the goal there, and then Mason kind of is like moving towards the boards, and then his one leg goes up, and so he's, the dog, the fire hydrant, like it's kind of
like Odell Beckham.
Yes.
Yeah.
The old Odell. Yes. That's yes. Very good call, Sam Wu. Very good call right there. So Mason Gearston using the old peeing dog technique there with the skate up high. Dougie Hamilton floats a puck, and he's pinching in, by the way. Nice play by him. Pitching in, taking the puck down along the boards, and getting that shot through. Uh-oh. We got a football call. Go for it.
Devils, Islanders, at the Rock, Prudential Center. Devils in the offensive zone. Geertsen lifts his leg. He's peeing. Hamilton over the goal line, scores! Devils win! Devils win! Devils win! Football reference right there. Odell Beckham.
I think we'll call it the lift the leg. I like that a lot better. He was going with the old lift the leg move over there. But it works.
I forgot to put this helmet on.
We'll do it. We'll do it for another one. We'll try and figure out another one along the way. But no, it was a good play by the fourth line. Now, neither of those two, technically figured into the goal on the score sheet, because Siegenthaler and McLeod actually picked up the assist on it. But Bastian and Gearston really made that play happen. Getting in front of the net, getting that traffic there, checking. Oh, I almost forgot to check the Beefalytics. Our Beefalytics were on fire today, Sam Wu. They were
that's productive Beefalytics right there. See, this is where the Beefalytics come in.
This would be
where's the beef?
Okay, I was going to say in and out because I'm out here in LA. It would be like getting a double, something like that, like a triple double. Yeah. Massive burger. Burger. Massive amount of Beefalytics today with Gearston, Bastian, McLeod, all in the lineup there on that fourth line. Dougie Hamilton ain't no little guy either, by the way. And neither really is Simone Nemec.
I'm calling
Brendan Smith.
Simon. I'm calling
I'm
Simon.
Call him Simon too.
If Kate Madigan said Simon Nemec at the draft, I'm going with that. I don't care if she's wrong. That's what I'm going with.
Miles Wood, more Beefalytics right there. Dawson Mercer looks like he got a little bigger as well. Maybe he's filling out, putting on some of that muscle. Same thing with Alexander Holtz. He added some Beefalytics, that's for sure. And, of course, Yoda Siegenthaler, there's some good Beefalytic right there. But Dougie Hamilton gets the goal there, his first, really by, like we said, great plays by Gearston and Bastian getting to the front of the net, causing that traffic, causing that havoc in front of Sorokin, who we know is an elite goaltender.
Good goaltender.
So, good on them for getting in there and making their name happen. Devils put a lot of pressure, though, on the Islanders after that. Like we said, those first 10 minutes of the game, the Islanders were really trying to take it to the Devils. And then the tables turned, as they like to say. And the Devils really took it to the Islanders for the majority of the game until late in the third period when the Islanders were just, the Devils kind of looked like they went a little bit to sleep there in the third. But still, Mercer had a great chance as well, right in front of the net after that Dougie goal that Sorokin was able to make the save on. But these guys, man, were they getting chances. And then Sam Wu, what we've all been waiting for. We've been talking about it since he was drafted at, number 6 overall? Alexander Holtz getting into the lineup. 7th overall. That's what I meant to say, Sam Wu. Of course.
7th or 8th? I think it's 6. You're talking about Pavel Zacha, which is now.
Sorry. Wrong person now. Yeah. Love Holla with the old LT 56, by the way. Nice selection. Yeah. Goes over well in Jersey. I like it over there.
And especially on this program when we play, football calls. He may be added on the list.
He may be, yeah. If we lose Janssen, Eric Holla will be our new one.
We're already having a secession plan. And Andre Johnson gets traded.
Oh, man. But what a goal, Jack Hughes. Woo, baby. Putting it home in the slot. But who made this happen? The combo of Palat and Holtz. Grinding on the boards, behind the net, fighting for the puck possession. Palat and Holtz there. Palat scraping away. Holtz comes out with the puck. Kind of turns. At first, I thought it was a backhand pass, but he actually turns to his front and sees Jack Hughes coming right into the slot. And you got to be pretty damn fast to keep up with Jack Hughes. And man, he took that pass and he fired that puck home. What a beauty of a goal that I hope we see a lot more of over the course of this season. And man, Palat, you can just see that fire, that hunger, and I love what he's doing already. There's one preseason game, and I'm in love with this guy being on the team because did he look right at home with Holtz and Hughes. He really did, and that was a really smart play by Alexander Holtz, who we talked about many times on this show, on the family of podcasts that we have here at the Let's Go Devils Network, about how Alexander Holtz looked a little lost last year when he was up with the big club. Just kind of skating around, didn't really seem to know where to go, watching the play instead of being involved in the play. That was not the case today. And we know, it's only preseason. We get it. But damn it to hell, we've been waiting for these guys for a long time. And we really weren't sure how they were going to look. Remember what we were talking about last night? Some of these kids are going to push these veterans out of the lineup. Holtz is one of those ones that I don't think you can say no to if he starts performing like that. And especially the chemistry he's already shown with Jack Hughes. And oh, by the way, all the time he spent with our boy Jesper Bratt in the offseason. And I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but hearing Jesper talk in the second intermission with the very talented and hopeful future guest of the show, Erica Wachter. She's been on before, but never Devils After Dark. But, they were talking about a lot of things. And, man, for a young kid, it really seems like Jesper Bratt has grown up a lot. His poise, his presence. He seemed like a 10, 15-year veteran there, talking about how he was working with Alexander over the summer. I wrote one word down here in all caps. Well, I wrote a bunch of words. I don't know if you can see it. Come on, light. See that? Right there. Leader. In all caps. Jesper Bratt. That's a leader on this team. That's what he showed me. Just in his interview. I'm not talking about his gameplay last night, which, by the way, he was phenomenal if you didn't see him. Man, Jesper Bratt was all over the place. But he really came off as a team leader and a veteran presence, and he's only still a young kid. And you know what? As someone who was drafted in the 6th round. He was looked over by every team in the NHL. Every
Pretty
team.
much.
The Devils took a chance on Jesper Bratt in the 6th round. And look at this now. He's going to be a top 6 player. He is a story that can tell any prospect coming in, you got a chance. If you bet on yourself, if you do the hard work, if you keep learning, you keep doing those video sessions, you keep going there before practice and after practice, you keep working hard, you got the right head on your shoulders, you can make it. Doesn't matter if you're drafted in the 1st round, the 6th round, or not drafted at all. You can make it. He's a great person for a young team to be able to look up to. And the way he held himself in that interview, and listen to me, I'm going off about an interview here. That's how much I think of that guy. Man, Fitzy, don't let him walk. Do not let him walk, all right? We know we got to go through the contract negotiations again next season. But anyway, we got way off topic here. Jack Hughes gets his first from Holtz and Palat. By the hard work of Holtz and Palat, they're in the corner. Jack put on some good stuff there. Mercer and Zetterlund had a lot of bursts tonight. Jack put on a good Spitteroonie a little later on right after that. Zetterlund had the forehand backhand that we were talking about, stick handling through the 2 different D-man for a great opportunity on goal that was stopped. And then we had someone else, another newbie. And we had a lot of the newbies that we acquired in the offseason in the lineup tonight. With Palat, with Marino, with Vanacek. Who else? Who else did we acquire in the offseason that I'm not thinking of? Brendan Smith? There's got to be one else. Who else could it be? Oh, I know. The guy who scored the next goal, Eric Halla. And he was playing with someone who wasn't even on the team last year because he was injured for all of 3 games that he got to play. And let me check the beefalytics on this. Miles Wood brings the beef. And you know what else he brings? The speed. And it's something we were all concerned with. How is that hip going to recover? How's it going to look out there on the ice? What do we always know in Miles Wood? Yeah, he's a tough guy. He can score some clutch goals. He put up some numbers in his first year in the teens. He could be someone who gets, 15 to 20 goals in that range. Hell's bells, he may have an awesome season and go even more depending on who he's playing with. But we were all concerned with that speed. Is it gonna be there after that hip injury? And seeing the interviews from Miles talking about how the surgically repaired hip he feels is more flexible than the one that wasn't now. Probably because he's just been working on it nonstop. But boy, was the speed there tonight. And it was really Miles Wood using his speed on the rush, bringing the puck into the zone, getting it to Halla, who did a nice little backhand around the defenseman to go put it on his backhand around the defenseman back to his forehand, and then was able to put the puck home top shelf once again. Seemed to be a theme tonight. A lot of goals going top shelf, man. It was an impressive second period. Now, the Devils also took some penalties in this game. The old Icelanders were 0 for 5. On the not-so-powerful play. The Devils were 0 for 3. But one thing that I did notice that, I'm trying to think, maybe we did see it a little bit last year, but not like we just saw this year. Or in this game this year, yeah. Preseason game 2, Scott. This season, yeah. Oh boy, I'm still in preseason mode over here, Sam Wu. But something that I saw that I really, really liked. The penalty kill combination of Yegor Sharangovich and Dawson Mercer. They looked good out there. Wow, can Dawson Mercer move, obviously, but he can pick the puck. And when you put someone like Yegor Sharangovich, he gets a little bit more responsible on the defensive side. You get him there mixed up with a Dawson Mercer who can get into the offensive zone, use his speed to create things. You may find a wide open Yegor Sharangovich right in the middle of the ice sometimes on those PK. And just like the first period, he was able to rip off a couple good shots. And I really, really liked that combination there on the penalty kill. Again, preseason game, we know we're just trying things out there. But that was a nice little combo. One thing I didn't like, Sam Wu, want to know what I didn't like seeing in the third period?
What's that?
Was Alexander Holtz trying to be a brave young man, trying to block a shot in a preseason game. And I see him go down on one knee and stretch that lower leg out. But unfortunately, whoever it was on the Islanders, I can't remember, we'll just say the ghost of Andy Green, held on to the puck. And you know what he did? He kind of, Mr. Holtz, he tried to stick his skate out a little bit extra to try and block the shot. No. Well, we do not need any massive slap shots going off your ankle or your foot like that as you are trying to block a shot. Please, Alexander, stay healthy for this season. I don't even care if you don't block the shot. I don't even care if you don't get the effort to block the shot at this point. Okay? This is not the play. Playoffs come is a different scenario. All right? Right now, do not try to extend your foot out to block a shot on a massive slap shot from the point. That's the last thing we need is you messing up your foot or your ankle, 2 weeks before we're about to drop the puck on the regular season. Love the effort, kid. Love the thought process. Love what you're doing. But worry about just shooting that puck in that net because let me tell you, you are damn good at doing that and playing some offense. So I love the courage and I love the hockey sense of it. It's preseason. Don't break your foot. I'm trying to block a slap shot from the point. Please. Other than that, heck of a game for the old Devils. Shots on goal were pretty much even, 26-25. Got a nice advantage in the faceoff. NHL app here's got a 57.7% to 42.3. 21 hits to the Islanders, 17, 12 blocks. We're just talking about that. Only one giveaway, 10 takeaways. The boys played well tonight. Nemec looked good out there. Cleared the crease a couple times. Siegenthaler, Dougie. Liked what I saw of Brendan Smith. Intensity there. Really, that might be a nice pickup for this team. It really, really, really might be. Don't know if he's going to play every single game, but when he's in there, Brendan Smith he's going to bring his all. He is going to bring his all every single time. And he is an intense dude.
If he's going to make the lineup every night.
That's true.
He has to bring.
Yeah, and it's true because of all these young kids that are going to be pushing at these veterans, And man, this team looked really solid up and down tonight. Again, we know it's preseason. But Sorokin in there, old friend Corey Schneider, and I didn't even realize old friend Seth Helgeson. Big old Seth, who was like a prospect from, I don't know, man. Was that like 5, 6, 7 years ago now? Might even be more than that. But he ended up on Lou's Icelanders as well. So he was in the lineup. Palms, of course, some old friends there from the team. But it wasn't enough. Devils victorious 4-1 in their second preseason game, split squad action, and they look good. But we want to hear what you think out there, Devils fans. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch. Say hello, say what's up. We want to know what you're talking about. And I was just about to go to you, Sam Wu, and you ran away. And I was just about to say, what did you think of the game, Sam Wu?
Smooth. Confidence.
Smooth. Okay.
Fast. They knew where they were on the ice.
Okay.
We talked about positioning. We talked about a lot of these basic things the past couple seasons doing Devils After Dark, Scotty. It's still a work in progress, but it looks like a much more organized team that's not always fun and gun. Gunslinger type offense. It looks like a team right
Oh,
now.
the Hail Mary pass every single time? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we mean we're not going to do that every single time? Yeah.
And you know what? For the most part, I know it's only 2 preseason games, but still need some work. But their neutral zone play is a lot better than last season. Just a small sample size. Granted, it's preseason; the intensity is not there. But then again, a lot of these squads are split when they're playing each other. I just think that this team is just more organized and more confident than last season. Now, if you look at Jack Hughes, first off, Alexander Holtz having the vision and knowing where Hughes was and that pass, Hughes is deadly, absolutely deadly with his shot from either circle. And if he gets wide open space like that and the defenseman pinch behind the line and you leave Jack Hughes open, probably about 75% of the times that or maybe 80% of the time that puck's in the net. You know, and that's really nice to see. Jack Hughes looked fast. He definitely, you know, is putting muscle on that frame for another season. So he's starting to really just filling in and knowing how to play the game better, and hopefully it will translate to more games played than games on the IR. What about, obviously Palat was, just a pleasure to watch, but that third line, Mercer, Holla, and
Zetterland?
No, was it Miles
or Wood?
Yeah.
Miles Wood, right.
We talked about the third line. Very inconsistent. Andreas Johnson and Tomas Tatar both made the score sheet last night. They've got competition. And you know what, Scotty? This team may actually have depth. You know, injuries are going to be injuries are bound to happen. And right now, I think the team is 2-0. Still a lot of work to do. I thought
obviously,
was smooth. He was very smooth and confident with the puck.
I'll say this, Sam. I'm looking at the YouTube live right now, and many agree that he really looks NHL ready. I would not be surprised to see him make the roster if he continues this way. And our good friend Kyle, just think about it. You got your H2O line. It's going to be up the top there. Holtz, Hughes, Palat. You got a second line of maybe Nico, Bratt, and Sharon Govich. Then you get a third line of Holla, Wood, and Mercer. And think about all the other forwards that you have to choose from for a fourth line. Hell, even if you wanted to, you may be able to put Zetterlund on the third line and move Holla as the center of the fourth.
I'll tell you what.
That is, and you're thinking about the Nolan Foots, the Chase Stillmans, the Tice Thompsons, the Graham Clarks. You know, you still got Tatar and Janssen on the team. I don't know where they're going to find these kids. These kids are ready. These kids are ready, Samu. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead and continue.
Yeah, also, I forgot my thought, but I do want to say something. It's already been announced. It already been announced. And I've been giving clues about Taylor Ham, the new Devils PA announcer. Now that I can let it out, the new Devils PA announcer is Adam Hamway. Congratulations, Adam. Adam interviewed for the job. He got it. And job well done. And hopefully we can have him on the Let's Go Devils podcast very soon.
Very cool. Got a lot of people on the old YouTube live. Joseph Lanham. See, I got that H silent this time. A lot of positives coming out of this game. Kyle again. Holtz making this team. Man, that was a beaut. It was a beaut, Clark. It was a beaut. That pass over to Jack Hughes. And you know what? I mean, obviously, makes it even better that Jackie Boy went and buried it in the back of the net. That's what makes that pass even sweeter. Eddie Allen, proud of these Devils. AJ, Jim Leahy. I'm super concerned about Nico going for more tests for – wait, did he go for tests? I didn't read about that update. Sam Wu, is there an update on that?
Yeah, he out of abundance of precaution, they just want to make sure he's healthy.
Okay.
That's what
all right,
tests
let's
for.
see.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see where that goes.
Again, I'm not going to panic on that, but that's what was said. It's like, all right, this happened. We just want to make sure, rule out anything more serious that we're overlooking. That is very, very smart move, especially
preseason. Let them do it.
Yeah, let them do what they need to do.
Oh, Whistler here, also impressed with Zetterlund's game. Man, he was on the puck. Bachalupe, yep. Nemec looks NHL ready. Little Fireboy, another great game. Christopher, he liked what old Bill, Don't Call Me Captain Spaulding did. I thought he was pretty good on the call. I think he's going to get better and better, obviously, the more he does it. And him and Dano are going to get a nice chemistry together. So we'll see how they do.
Well, he was well prepared, by the way. I analyzed Cangelosi and Doc Emmerich and all these broadcasters. He did his homework. He didn't come.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't come to the to the game, not doing his homework. So, kudos to him in his debut, Bill Spaulding.
How about we got James Bingham up there in Nova Scotia? Isn't that that's not Dawson? Isn't that where Colin White was from? Wasn't he from Nova Scotia?
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
James is up there with our buddy, big old number 5. We got a new number 5 now too. Nemec. Love it. Dennis Dobson. You got Zetterlund, McLeod, Bastian could be the 4th line. They could. You could also have Graham Clark. You could have Nolan Foote.
I'll tell you what about Graham Clark. I wrote a little bit about him on HockeyBuzz.com.
Tice Thompson.
Earlier, and Graham Clark could be one of those sleeper players that ends up to be Alexander Holtz-like. Don't discount him. The guy's a natural goal scorer, and you never know with some of these kids when they get their big breaks what they can do. But I would fully expect him to be with the Utica Comets, develop his game, but don't forget about some of these kids that are trying to get that roster spot.
You're gonna see him because, like we said, unfortunately, we're not trying to put the voodoo hex on or anything like that. But someone is gonna get hurt somewhere along the line. Look at Nico Hischier. If this was the first week of the season and he was getting crampage like that, hold him out of game. Don't even take the chance of him like pulling a hammy or pulling a quad or something like that because his body is trying to overcompensate one part over the other because he's cramping up. You hold him out. You're going to see some of these kids over the course of the year, even if they don't make the team out of camp. You're going to see them. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Igor's shot is like lightning quick. Man, can he rip that bad boy.
Fast.
Love to see it. And especially, him and Mercer on that penalty kill. I was really impressed with that. Really liked seeing that. Joseph, Christopher. He's saying Nemec's probably going to start in Utica. Might not be best to rush him. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes there. Anthony LaPena. Hey, yo. Anthony, how you doing? Hey, what do you know? Is this a real thing? Is this Shark Week? Holtz and Zetterlund are legit, but losing Janssen and Tatar is going to be bad for the cap. How is it going to be bad for the cap? I mean, we may have to eat some money there, but I don't think it'll be bad. They'll just give us more room because both of those guys that's about like almost $8 million, I think, in money. Because Tatar is what, like 4.2 or something like that? I got to look. right now at the old cap friendly. just to confirm, just to make sure. And we got Thomas Tatar at 4.5. And what is Janssen at? Janssen is at 3.4. 3.4. Miles Wood is at 3.2.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, you're going to probably have to eat a little bit of money there maybe on some of those contracts, but
Scotty, let me tell you something.
Do you really play them? Like, if Holtz is wooing you, if Zetterlund is wooing you, if Mercer and Sharon Govich and Bratt and Nico, and you got Palat, you got Haula.
We've got reinforcements, Scotty.
We got reinforcements.
We don't rebuild now. We reload. The pipeline is still full.
Do you stick them on the fourth line? Is that like you put Haula in the middle of Janssen and Tatar on your fourth line and put Zetterlund
really
with
depends.
Mercer and
let's put it this way. Lindy Ruff, I've been high on Lindy Ruff since day one. I stuck with them. Actually, not. Day 2, I was high on Lindy Ruff.
Maybe day 2. Yeah, day 2. You did, though. You said because I was calling for him to be fired last year. As soon as New Year's hit, when that New Year's hit in that game, I was like, Lindy has got to go. But you actually, you stuck with him, and a lot of people gave you a lot of stuff on the interwebs about it. But you did. You stuck with Lindy through last year.
I can't wait for the 1-year anniversary when I repost that article, and then on Twitter, I'm just gonna write to every single. There was like about 94 comments, and I'm just gonna go, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
No,
you're an idiot.
Just send them like the DX like suck it, GIF. That's all you gotta do. Just send that over to them. That'll do the trick right there.
Yeah. And repost that article a year later. How do you like Lindy now? But right now they're only 2-0 preseason. Let's not get
Of course. We're just having fun because it's been so long. And like we talked about the other day, Sam, we've been talking about these friggin' prospects for so many years now. And to actually see them, come up here and not immediately be like, all right, this kid's not ready. Like there's this year, it's like, holy heck, I think it's finally going to happen. I think it's all going to happen. Jack Hughes is a couple years bigger now from being a little 18-year-old kid. Nico Hirscher's growing. Like I said, Jesper Bratt, man, he's talking like a 10-year veteran.
And they can finally legally drink at American whiskey after the game when we do Devils After Dark,
That's right.
What, right? Yeah.
And if any of you happen to be listening right now, because we know you take our opinion so serious, we would love to have you as guests on Devils After Dark post-game. Love to talk about some of those goals, Nico, Jesper, Dawson. Just slide into those DMs, all right, baby?
Yeah.
We'll get you on. Come on now.
I'm going to get Mason Geertsen after the game.
Let's get Mason. I'll get anyone. I don't care.
Yeah, we'll get anybody. We'll have to
man,
beg.
That lift your leg move is not easy to do, all right?
Yeah.
You had that leg up high. It was like over the crossbar.
Yeah.
Who's going on? Who's on old Facebook?
Facebook. I've been we're also on Twitter Space. I put it out there. Because some people drive, so this is one way to listen to the podcast.
I still don't have like a Twitter handle. Can you believe that? My boss yells at me all the time. He's like, how can you be an on-air personality and not have a Twitter handle? I really don't. I just use like the station's Twitter instead to check things out. Cheryl Miller! Woo! I believe in Bratt. In his rookie season that I bought his jersey, I believe in him so much. There you go, Cheryl Miller. You can see the future. Please tell me, is it going to be, what is it? What did we say, 88-0? We're going to go 88-0. Nick Gallo. Or maybe he was 7th. Yeah, I can't remember exactly when he was drafted. Simone says, Craig Best is a funny guy. How about Ryan Hutner? I'll be going to opening night to hang out in pregame and postgame. Woo, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see,
American
right, Hunter?
whiskey. Putting a big show together. Also,
Yuri,
if you're going down to
Deader
Philadelphia,
is the truth. What's that?
If you're in Philadelphia, Chickies and Pete's as well. If you're going out on the road and you need a place to hang out, you can hang out by the catwalk. You know why I'm at the catwalk?
Yeah, on the catwalk.
I don't have to deal with
see
the
Sam Wu shake his little tush on the catwalk.
Yeah.
Sam's too sexy for his shirt. Too sexy for his shirt. So sexy it hurts. Ow. Oh, man. But Craig and Ryan and Yuri, Cheryl, Nick, everyone over there on Facebook. I don't have the Twitter thing, but yeah, everyone on YouTube as well. Bacha Luque, John Sumner, Halls, Tatar, Johnson on the phone. It could be. It might be.
Could be. And that's
you're gonna have to. You're gonna have a. What would that almost be like? An $8 million, almost $8 million two scratches there, healthy scratches in Tatar and Janssen. Whew.
Well, we got Lawrence Taylor in Holla. Then you got Andre Johnson.
Oh yeah,
you know.
I love seeing that 56 rolling around in Jersey again. That's what I'm talking about. Miles Wood, yeah. You see, a lot of these spots, were there because of the youth not being ready, but also because of those long-term injuries there. But with Miles Wood back, I mean, he's immediately into that lineup, without a doubt. I mean, he looked ready to play tonight, and like we said before, his speed, that's what we were all really concerned with. We know Miles is going to be a tough guy. We know he can score some goals. He's got a little offensive touch. We're not going to say he's an offensive juggernaut, but he's got some skill there on the offensive side of things. And it was really just a question of that speed. And we saw
wear down teams. He can wear down teams, and then once you pound him with the bottom six forwards, you know what? The bottom six forwards is going to bring this team to the playoffs. How they do the third line, fourth line, the energy that they can bring, because what that does, it frees up the top six. Just when the team is already getting exhausted in the third period, now you got to deal with Jack Hughes' line, and then you roll Nico Hischier. Maybe you double shift Jack Hughes and put him on the third or fourth line and Nico Hischier, and suddenly, you're rolling four lines, and Lindy Ruff has now options. He's got plenty of coaches right now that know what they're doing. It looks just like a much more organized team.
And you hear that all the time in the NHL when you're watching the playoffs every year, even though the Devils haven't been in it. But what do you always hear the analysis talking about? Here's a team that can roll four lines. It's huge.
Devils can roll 8 now if they were allowed to keep those guys on the bench. If you think about it, they can roll 8 lines of speed.
Being able to do that is going to be huge. Being able to actually have 4 lines that you can play at any time is going to be massive. And if they all start putting together some points, and when you look at a third line, potentially, of a Halla, Wood, Mercer, maybe a Zetterlund in there somewhere. I don't know where, how it's all going to end up, but if you look at that line, that's a line that you can expect to put up some points by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Are they going to be breaking the bank? No. But do you have 3 guys right there that could all be in the teens with goals by the end of the year? Yeah. Man, we haven't had that on a third line in I don't know how long. And Mercer definitely, Mercer has definite, 20-goal potential there. But if you got a Wood, Halla, Mercer combo there on that third line, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You start thinking about Sharon Govich and that shot, with Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier grinding out, you think about, I mean, you could just go ahead and dream yourself away about that top line of Palat, Hughes, and Holtz. Because that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. And then it's really like, wow, we feel like we have so many other forwards, but we're already to the fourth line. How did that happen? These are good problems to have.
Yep.
I'm glad Fitzy didn't trade away the whole shebang there at certain points, because he probably could have.
He didn't pull a Dave Gettleman.
He didn't do. Yeah,
just like leave the next predecessor a mess.
How much were we talking over the season about Tkachuk and everything else? Could only imagine the hauls that some teams were asking, and Fitzy could have done it. He could have, but he didn't. He decided to stick to his guns and believe in his team. And dare I say, the answers are in that locker room, Sam.
I'll tell you what. I think the best thing that ever happened to the Devils is Gaudreau saying no.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ghosting Fitzy, because
Yep.
I'm loving Palat. I'm loving Marino. I'm loving these two guys right now. What you would have gotten, for Gaudreau, I don't think we would have signed Palat, nor do I think Marino would have came. Who knows?
Yeah, probably not.
Salary cap situation. So I think that's probably one of the best things that happened to the Devils with Gaudreau ghosting Fitzy. And then the other thing too about Matthew Tkachuk, as much as we all wanted him, what Florida had to pay, I wouldn't want Fitzy to pay that kind of price. And I don't know if we even had the right assets to trade for, that type of player, knowing that Florida got involved and all that. So lots of things happened.
I'm sure that the Flames were asking for like Nico and stuff like that in that trade.
Nico, Jack. We'll you could just throw in Severson as well.
Yeah, I think those two were definitely in there. I don't know about Jack. I think everyone realizes he's off limits there, but I'm sure. Who knows? They may have asked, but either way, I mean, hey, things play out the way they play out, and we didn't get Gaudreau, but we got Palat. But we got Holla, but we got Marino, and these look like to be some really solid signs. And we got, what's that? Goaltending! Oh, yes.
I know.
To have that number 9 next to the percentage sign, in your goaltending is
All
a nice
four
thing.
Goaltenders are playing well. All four.
Instead of the 8, it's nice to have that save percentage start with a 9. Man, does that make a world of difference. Woo! So, yeah, the Johnny situation, it is what it is. And same thing with Tkachuk. But I really like the way our team is shaping up right here. We got some nice young talent that's really coming into their own, and they're all homegrown. Well, not all of them, but the majority of them are all homegrown. The majority of them are all homegrown. 80% of the time, it works 60% of the time. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Sam, we're going to wrap this. When's the next preseason game? Is it Thursday? We have a day off.
I believe it's Devils Rangers, I believe, at the Rock.
Devils Rangers. That's right. Yeah, it should be at the Rock, so that should be a great game. We'll be doing some game day live and Devils After Dark, obviously, on Thursday after the next preseason game. That'd be number 3. And very excited to talk about that. Maybe there'll be some fisticuffs in this game. We'll see what happens. It's always exciting in the preseason as well. But we'll be happy to talk about it with you, Sam Wu, and with everybody on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, YouTube. We appreciate all the love and support. We are here doing this because we are passionate fans as well. We love the Devils our whole lives. And this is just what we do regularly anyway, when we chat with each other. as we talk about hockey and everything. So we want to do it with you as well. So please smash that like, follow, and subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. And we got to look forward to a bunch of cool things out there at American Whiskey this season with the New Jersey Devils and the 2022-23 season. Sam, woo!
Yeah. October 13th, Chickies and Pete's down in South Philly. We'll be there for the opening night of the season, then opening night at home, Prudential Center, October 15th, American Whiskey, 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Scotty. Till next time, let's go Devils.